Welcome back to 02 Million Crypto. My name is GC. We are live. Yes, we are live. Joining me before I have to start my shift at work. Today, let's talk about one of the most absurd articles I've ever read in terms of a crypto news article. And this is coming out of Blockworks. 3 points that they've made why X is negative for crypto and why we should give X.com, formerly Twitter, the boot if we want to see crypto succeed. So before we get into the 3 points that they made, let's just talk about generally why this is the most absurd idea pretty much you could have about a social media network like X.com, formerly Twitter, integrating crypto into their platform. Let's talk about how stupid it is just from the outside looking in. Crypto is not even 15 years old as a asset class, and people still don't realize that when you get into a market that is so new and has so much potential, untapped potential, especially when it comes to the Internet of Things and the Internet of Money. When you start saying things like, oh, a social media platform can only do negative things for an industry, it just sounds stupid because you already have so many people using the platform, and even if they didn't like the rebrand from Twitter to X.com, you still have many large influencers and using the website and social media platform. And you also have a lot of people that now get their news, well, maybe not the direct source of their news, but they get their news or they hear their news first from a platform like crypto.com, or sorry, not crypto.com, X.com. And in situations like this where we have the world moving towards a new type of way of receiving information and who they trust, like 20 years ago, if you were to turn on the television and see something on CNN or Fox News or whatever the mainstream news company that you would see when you first turn on the television in your home country, that would be the mainstream and mainline way of you getting information or news. Even 10 years ago, this was true. But now, in the year 2023, we live in a world where you get your news from so many different places, and there are so many different spins on what the actual facts are, depending on what publication or what news source it is coming from. Like, for example, the way I receive my news is, yes, I will probably see things from a mainstream article, but then I'll refer to people that I know online that cover these types of things, and I'll base my judgment off of a few different factors. And a lot of people still don't understand that this is a way, this new way. A lot of people still don't understand this new way of receiving information. They're still not used to it, especially people that are, maybe in their 40s or 50s. They still don't understand that people have moved on from just receiving a mainstream type of news publication giving them all their information. People nowadays, they want to hear from a few different sources before they finally base their judgment on what the facts truly are. Now let's go through the 3 points that Blockworks made. The first one was absurdity of drama, crypto culture into the eyes of the mainstream. So what they're saying, what Blockworks is trying to say is that the absolute nonsense that we see out of the cryptosphere sometimes is being brought into the forefront by these platforms like X.com, formerly Twitter, and that's not good for the industry as a whole or for crypto as a whole if we want it to succeed. That's absolutely ludicrous, guys. people like Sam Bankman-Fried that collapsed FTX, who was in charge of FTX, and basically robbed people of all their money. If a platform like X.com didn't exist, or these big social media platforms didn't exist to expose the type of people that these, or even YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of videos on YouTube where people showed that they had interviews with Sam Bankman-Fried, and they had inside information on what Sam Bankman-Fried was doing, on how he collapsed FTX from within, and how he was abusing users' funds. Like, if you don't have these social media platforms to expose people, you're not going to get the full story about crypto, and you're not going to be able to weed out who the bad actors are. It's like people live in this fantasy world that only good exists, only good people exist, and people only do good things. But you even had situations like years ago where with Lehman Brothers in the stock market, where they had a similar situation where they were running a Ponzi scheme of their own and basically taking people's funds and using them to basically run a pyramid scheme. And when the entire thing collapsed, people couldn't make heads or tails of it because they had such a mainstream media outlook and not many different sources of information back then. I mean, the internet wasn't as powerful as it is today when it comes to sharing news and information. So people got their mainstream media. They had to either accept it or deny it, or deny its validity, and either talk on the street or create groups in real life in public to kind of discuss these issues. And the internet wasn't as vibrant as it is today, so it was a lot tougher for people to share ideas and expose bad actors in whatever space they were doing these bad things in. Like, today we're blessed to have social media, as bad as some social media websites can be when it comes to clout chasing and just the scum of human beings and their actions and what they could possibly do just for exposure and popularity. I mean, yeah, social media is the true cesspool for situations and things like that, but it's also good to expose these type of people for who they are and what they are and the things that they've done. Number 2, they say that the algorithm on X.com rewards adversarial content. Now, if you don't understand what clickbait is, or the whole idea of doing something or saying something or creating a title for a video, for example, that seems so absurd and so ridiculous that it just makes people want to click on it. That is how the internet works nowadays, guys. You're not going to have giant channels. For example, the title I made this live stream, or if I have to re-upload this, the title of this video, it's not going to be so clickbaity, because that's not how I want my content to be displayed. I mean, I could get a lot more views probably if I made content with clickbait and adversarial content titles and things like that, and farming views is one thing, but getting the truth out and building a community from the ground up, trying to teach people how to go from 0 to 1 million, in my opinion, isn't the greatest way to go about things. So if people don't realize that clickbait is the way to gain popularity and gain views and get attention, then you'll never understand how the internet works, and you'll always be left behind in that aspect. So I'm not sure what Blockworks is really, I don't know what year they're living in, but this is 2023, and that's how the world works. And if you don't adapt and you don't learn how to get attention online, you never will. And their third point was fake giveaways and their third point why X.com is bad for crypto is fake giveaways, airdrops, and scams are being promoted on X.com. And guys, it's promoted everywhere. I mean, bots and spam, it'll never end. I mean, as long as the internet exists, and as long as there's ways to power these bots and get algorithms to promote these scams, they're never going to go away, guys. So you just have to be smart, and you have to ignore these, these traps that are set for us. And we got to protect our own funds. This isn't the old ways of doing banking and things of that nature. I mean, you can lose your entire crypto portfolio if you give away your seed phrase to your main wallet in about 10 seconds. Like, you have to be mature about things, and you have to protect your funds. You have to understand the implications of not being responsible for your own money. And with crypto, there is no middleman. You are the bank. You are your own bank. So if you fall for an airdrop scam or a phishing scam, or what Blockworks said as fake giveaways or scams, that's on you, guys. I mean, the point of this channel is to teach people exactly how to avoid things like that. And I'll tell you right now, never click on an email that you're not sure of. Never give your seed phrase away to anyone. Never give your password away to anyone. Never click fishy sites on your phone. Never click fishy sites when you're doing business online or managing your crypto assets on the computer or your laptop or on the internet. Guys, you just got to be careful in general. You can't be fumbling around with your money online, especially in the crypto world, where people are so hell-bent on stealing from each other because they don't want to actually work for the crypto that they want to acquire. So I just wanted to make a quick video about this Blockworks article and how just ridiculous it is, and how you have someone like Elon Musk at the same time that, yes, he is a very controversial type of figure in the crypto space, and a lot of people don't like him, a lot of people like him, but you have a guy like Elon Musk that is changing X to his own vision, and at the same time is saying that he may incorporate DOGECOIN, and it wouldn't even matter if it was DOGECOIN or any other cryptocurrency onto his platform. The sheer fact that he is willing to implement cryptocurrency into a social media platform as big as X, that is a positive thing, guys. I mean, DOGECOIN is my favorite cryptocurrency, and Elon Musk does have something to do with it, but we'll probably get into it a lot more about DOGECOIN in another video, and why I'm so bullish on it, and why it's my favorite, and why I like it so much. But the fact that someone with the power of Elon Musk can use DOGECOIN on X.com or other cryptocurrencies to not only promote crypto as a whole, the industry as a whole, but people can start using a cryptocurrency to trade things online and maybe tip people. Like, this is a huge deal, guys. Like, the profits that can be made off of someone, pushing this into the forefront and saying, hey, it's time to change it's time to change the way we use our money online, and we can use something like DOGECOIN instead of fiat dollars online, and it would be so much more efficient, and it would be so much more fun to use a cryptocurrency instead of just plain old fiat money. This is such a good thing for crypto, guys, and a lot of people don't understand the implications of this yet. So yeah, this is just a quick video on why Blockworks should probably reconsider making stupid articles like this, and to let everybody know that when you have someone like Elon Musk has wielded so much power and is willing to implement cryptocurrency into these massive social media platforms, it's a good thing for the industry as a whole. This is Yo2 Million Crypto, and I'll talk to you soon.